right, welcome back to Blueprint Bootcamp Tournament Edition. Today we're going to be doing drawing number 19, the headphone holder, so stay tuned. Alright, so today we will be making drawing number 19, the headphone holder, and what's cool about this drawing is actually it can be 3D printed. So let's jump over into our drawing and we will get started. All right, so if you take a look, we will be drawing in millimeters and grams, so be sure to change your units, and I'll do that with you guys on screen. We are going to be making this thing out of ABS. Like I said, it is 3D printable. This is our overall shape, and this is our tolerance. So what is the mass of this part in xxx.x grams, with a tolerance of plus or minus 0.2 grams, which is a pretty decent size window. But let's take a look. So if we analyze our part, it's the same structure all the way through, a couple of fillets, 4 fillets on the corners, and a 2 holes to mount it to the wall. So we're going to draw this whole shape right here, and basically I'm going to do it all with lines. I mean, I could probably do it with some rectangles and stuff, but I think it's going to take longer than it would be to just draw it with lines. A couple of ways of thinking about doing this is drawing all the lines and then editing the dimensions afterwards. But I know when I do that, sometimes I get caught up and end up tripping stuff up, and then it messes up with what I'm trying to do. So I'll do a line and then dimension it, do a line, dimension it, do a line, dimension, line, dimension, line, dimension, line, because it pops up with that window anyways. So it's going to help us, and then we will extrude it to that 60 millimeter thickness. Come in, we'll round our corners, and then we will add our holes. So let's jump on over into Onshape and we will get started. All right, once we are in Onshape, first thing you're going to want to do is select your units. So we'll come up here, workspace units. We're going to change from inches to millimeters, and down here from pounds to grams. Another thing you can do is you can change your decimal display. For us today, our tolerance is 0.2, plus or minus 0.2, so we can go down one single decimal if we wanted to, as well as how is it going to display, but not really necessary. So what I'm going to do is, next thing, we'll start our sketch. So I can click up here and then select my front plane. Shift and S will also start that sketch for you, but N is going to normalize that view, and P will hide those planes. So first thing I want to do is draw a line from this origin up 110. Remember, we are going to draw and then dimension, line, dimension, line, dimension. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. Over 10, down 50, over 50 as well, up 20, over 10, down 30, over. Now this is where things get a little tricky. We didn't tell it how long here, and it's not on the measurement, but if I go over and then I come down here to my origin, and then I dimension from this line to this line until that has to be 45 degrees, you'll see that it doesn't matter how long this is because it's going to do it for us. Now we are fully defined, but in case you were curious and you wanted to know what that was, it's actually 20 millimeters there. So let's zoom out so we can see that full shape. There is our overall shape. Next thing we're going to do is extrude by pressing Shift and E, and we start to get our part. But what I want to do is make it symmetrical, and our depth needs to be 60 millimeters. So we'll say OK, and we'll accept it. Next thing we're going to do is Shift F for the fillet. I'm going to select these 4 corners right here. Boom, boom, and boom, with a radius of 10. And we'll say OK. So I have all of my radii done. Next, I'm going to select this face, Shift and S to start a sketch there. And I'm going to draw 2 circles. So I'm going to draw one right here, and I'm not going to dimension it. I'm going to draw another one here, and I am going to dimension it. And for this one, it needs to be 7 millimeters. And both of them actually need to be 7. So what's cool is if I select both and press E, they are now equal to one another. So dimension, this one needs to be center to the top, needs to be 8 millimeters. And this one, center to center, needs to be 16 millimeters. Shift in E, we'll turn that into an extrude, but we'll do it as a remove. We'll say accept, and we have our finalized shape. So last thing, right click, assign material. We are going to be making this out of ABS from the custom materials library. Come down here to my weights. I end up with a mass of 160.5. If we look there and we hover over, 160.51934, which would round up to 165 or 160.52. 160.5 is what our answer is going to be. And with a tolerance of plus or minus 2, you can do anything from 160.3 all the way up to 160.7, and that will suffice. So very, very cool little shape. Practical, useful. I think if I were to make this, I would probably add another fillet here, and I would actually print this on its side like this for the best quality print. It might make your holes a little oblong. However, if we were to print this like such, now you have to have a lot of supports and overhangs or something to take care of that little overhang there. So however you want to do it, you guys know your printers better than I do. But from my experience, printing it kind of on its side like so. Let's see if we can do this. Like that. Yeah, that would probably be the best bet in my mind to be able to make this guy. And then I would support those holes. Maybe make them a little oversized because this isn't a super big tolerance for a part. But pretty cool part all in all. So that's going to do it for us this week for this number 19, the headphone holder. If you guys actually make this, let me know in the comments. I've turned this into a course as well on YouTube. YouTube allows you to do courses, and I've turned this into one. If you guys are interested in me adding quizzes to these, let me know down in the comments. There is some features. I know if you've ever used what's called Edpuzzle as a teacher, this kind of gives me some similar vibes to that. Once you turn a playlist into a course, it gives you all these features you can use. I am going to add the drawings there as well as the Google Drive link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. If there's something you want me to add to this, let me know. And if you draw it and you got it right on the first try, let me know as well too. So that's going to do it for us. I will see you guys next week. Take care.